Once you have entered your manual schedule by dragging names down from the roles or by right-clicking, as I've shown, and selecting names, you have locked these in. You can then start the auto schedule process. To do auto scheduling, you will click on the autofill. The way Smartroster autofill works is that it will schedule each role in turn in a specific predetermined order or in a random order. So it's a predetermined order that you decide or a random order that it decides. It will continue scheduling roles in this order until it has finished the schedule. Then it will look at how well the schedule meets your certain targets, and if it has improved on the previous schedule, it will keep that one. Then it will repeat the process and keep repeating the process. As long as it improves, it will retain a schedule. If it does not improve, it will discard the schedule and try a new one. This is the autofill process. If we click autofill, we'll see the autofill parameters. At the top here, we decide what is important to us. We either want to reduce vacant slots, we want to optimize for preferences, which is the keep together, keep apart preferences. We want to organize for usage targets, or we want to increase participation. We can select any one or more than one, and we decide which is most important. So the top is more important than this, is more important than this. Then we decide when Smartroster should stop the auto scheduling process. So we tell it to terminate when either the time exceeds a certain number of time, when it has completed so many iterations, or if it has completed, there's been no improvement after so many iterations. This is a very common choice, in fact, to say, look, just keep trying until there's been no improvement after 100 or after 1,000 or whatever is important for you. Now, there are a number of options, of course, that are important. One is the look back. The look back days tells Smartroster that when it's trying to even out the roster and meet usage targets for individuals, it should look back beyond the beginning of the scheduling period. Generally, that means to previous schedules. So, for instance, look back 3 months and even out the usage across that whole extended period. So, for instance, if you want someone to be scheduled 4 times a year, you generally will need a look back period that includes a whole year, including the current scheduling period, which might, for instance, be only 3 months. So in that case, the look back period would need to be 9 months. Enforced break tells Smartroster simply to not schedule a person so many days after any specific day that they're scheduled, to leave gaps between the times that they're scheduled. And non-fixed usage is explained in the manual. The role order tells you which order Smartroster should start scheduling roles, and this can make a difference to how well it is able to achieve your targets. You might, if you're not sure what the best order is, you might want to just select use a random order, and then every time Smartroster builds the schedule, it will actually randomize that order, and you may find that it achieves a better result. And advanced settings are also available, and they are explained in detail in the manual. So once you've set these options, then you can start scheduling automatically. So click start and you'll see the progress window dialog. It tells you what iterations, how many iterations or full schedules have been created, how much time has elapsed, how many iterations have been created or how many complete schedules have been created since the last improved schedule. So you can see that this keeps going up and down, so that every time Smartroster finds a schedule that is better than the last best, it will in fact go back to 0. And this process continues until one of these limits is met. In this case, iteration since last change. This is therefore our roster. This is our schedule. You can have a look at it. You can make changes to it by deleting, moving people around, selecting from the list, etc. You can even lock in specific roles and redo the schedule for the remaining roles, for instance. So there I've locked in these 2 roles, but all of the remaining will now be rescheduled. Say I liked those ones, there may be other reasons why I want to reschedule. So you can always do this as an iterative approach, where you complete part of the schedule, lock it down, and then reapply the automatic scheduler. I'm not going to let that keep going. So now you've finished the schedule, you've checked it, and it's time to publish.